Hi guys, welcome back to the Real Talk Naomi podcast. I've missed you guys a lot, and in our last podcast, I remembered saying that one thing I know I am always going to talk about in this podcast, or is whatever I feel like is going to help. Excuse me. Um, a lot of things come up in my head. Yes, I know that. And sometimes to just sit down and record and post it, it's a lot of work on its own to get. So today I'm going to talk about growth. Now, as a person, I feel like I'm rushing too much, but let me just slow down. So as a person, I um I naturally love anything that has to do with growth. I think I do a lot. I welcome growth. I think I should put it that way. I welcome growth. And when I talk about growth, some people mistake doing something bad for growth. Please, that is not growth. That is not growth, please. So when I said I welcome growth because it's you literally realizing that you could get something better for yourself. You could be better than you were before. So I need you to understand that you are different today from than you were 5 years ago. You are different today than you were uh 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You are even different today than you were last year or 6 months ago. You can encourage your own personal growth and change. That's one thing I know. The chances are you will grow in ways you didn't expect, and and probably you didn't plan for. Those are the chances. I remember something happened recently, and I looked at myself and I just called my name and I was like, Naomi, you've grown. You've grown a lot. You've grown. And I don't know why I said that to myself, but I just know that if um if it was me a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have reacted differently. I think I would have reacted in a way that I might not really like. And one thing I know that has come up with my growth is I know how to read. Okay, for example, I know how to read the energy in a room very, very well. I know how to, like, I am good at reading energies, even around my friends. You're my friend doesn't mean that I will not read the energy or the mood you're giving at that time. I will. But it's left to me to explain it explain it in a positive way or in a negative way. It's just left from to me to do that. There's a friend that I felt like, or should I say, it felt like there was something she wasn't comfortable with. She didn't say it. She didn't have to say it. And I think that's one thing about friendship. Sometimes you don't have to say it, you just literally have to read it off of them. Do you understand? She didn't have to say it. And I just know she wasn't comfortable with that particular thing. Even though she might look like she might be comfortable with it, no, she didn't look like she might be comfortable with it anymore. And why I think I read so much meaning to it is the fact that before now she has given me a weird energy about that particular thing. And I think it would be somehow of me, or it would be ignorant of me not to have taken note of the energy that she's giving at that point. Now, mind you, I am not saying she's wrong for giving me that energy, or I'm not holding it against her. I am just saying that I've gotten to this point. Um, I have gotten to this point where it looks more like I don't want to take it too serious than it is or than it was before. So when she probably gave off the energy again, I just quickly caught up with it, and I was like, okay, it's even if she doesn't say, it's totally cool. I'm not really against her doing this, or I am not angry that she's giving off this kind of energy. Now I think the younger me long before now would have gotten upset. I would have probably harbored something towards her. But the me now does not say it that way. The me now just, I think I just want peace. I'm just at the stage where I want peace, and nothing else but peace. I think that's it. Now, when considering how to better yourself, the answers might be simpler than you think actually. Much of who you are comes down to intentional decision you make every day. Intentional decisions. So I intentionally told myself, um I am not going to get upset at what some people do. I am not just going to stress about it. I am just going to be me. And you can annoy me, or you could get me upset, and I might just be looking at you. I know the me before would not be quiet, but I think I have grown. Yes, I think I have grown. Do you understand? And I remember someone asking me one time that what makes you grow up as a person, and honestly, I don't know how I answered that, but I think the simplest way I put it was um knowing your personal value and making choices that align with that, as a and I know that's a great first start. That's one thing I know. And growing as a person may also look like you, or it may also look like showing self-compassion for yourself. I'm sorry, I'm using the same word. It might show as self-compassion. It might show as learning to set boundaries or exploring new activity. You see that boundaries? Very, very important. Very, very important. Um what is it I wanted to say? I don't know why I keep trying to think about something, and it just escapes me, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? You set boundaries, and growth is also you respecting other people's boundaries. The moment you're able to respect people's boundaries, that is you growing. And also set boundaries for yourself. Some people shouldn't cross the limit when dealing with you. I think that's the word I am looking for. You can you can change, grow, and improve by consciously choosing your daily, weekly, or even monthly choices and directing your habits towards the future of your choosing. Ah, sometimes I talk fast. Sometimes I think I talk slow, and sometimes I think really, really deep before saying it. Um, I think I want to simplify this for a lot of people. Bettering yourself, bettering. The Nigerian in me cannot can. Bettering yourself can be called many things. It ranges from personal development and self improvement to personal growth. All of them, all of these, they all describe how you grow and change internally. Growth, growth is important. If you want to call it growth, if you want to call it self growth, if you want to call it personal growth, see, the most important thing is just grow, grow. And I need you to realize that growth isn't necessarily a linear thing. It can expand in all direction. Now, look at it this way: you can grow physically, mm? You can grow emotionally, you can grow intellectually, you can grow spiritually. Let me add, you can grow financially as you cultivate your activities, your habits, and choices um towards the person you want to be. I intentionally said I intentionally said I needed to grow. Like it was very, very, very important for me. Mm? Now, whatever personal growth means to you, there are small changes you can make every day that can have a big impact. Do you get? You can identify your personal values. That's like you considering exploring what matters to you, what gives you meaning and purpose. Um, Knowing your values can help when you are choosing a career. I don't even know what I'm talking about at, but let's just go. It can also help you know how to set and maintain healthy boundaries in your relationship. Hey, identify your personal values. It will help you to know how to set healthy boundaries, maintain and set healthy boundaries in your relationship. A lot of you don't know what healthy boundaries are. Oh. You people don't know. And that's what I have realized. Most people don't know what healthy boundaries are. And some people don't even want to know. Some people don't know the difference between healthy boundaries and toxic boundaries. And some of you, you will just walk baja, 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 and go and literally start stepping on people's boundaries and going beyond the limits. See, understanding how to set personal limits is essential for building and maintaining healthy relationship. Do you get? Many people know what the word boundary means, but they have no idea what they are. You might think of boundary as something like a property line or a brick wall used to keep people out. uh But boundaries are not rigid lines. They are not rigid lines drawn in the sand or that are clear for you to see. It's not demarcating your house from another person's house. Do you understand? Boundaries are a way to take care of ourselves. When you understand how to set and maintain healthy boundaries, you can avoid feelings of resentment. That was what I said before. You can avoid disappointment. You can avoid anger. You can avoid frustration in a way. You can avoid um I think I need to put it. You can avoid anger that build up when limits have been pushed. Mm? Now, some people might want to ask, what are boundaries? I know I'm going away from our main topic, but it's kind of related to it. Now, people ask, what are boundaries? What are boundaries? What are boundaries? I remembered I was researching one time and I was like, a lot of people do not even know this thing. And I, for once, there was a time I didn't even know what this was. Boundaries can take many forms. They can they can range from being rigid and strict to appearing almost non-existent. If you have more rigid boundaries, you might keep others at a distance. You might seem detached even with your intimate partners and family members. for some of you. You might have few close relationship. You might even avoid close relationships. But this is it. But this is the other one. If you have more loose or open boundaries, you might get too involved with others' problems, find it difficult to say no to others' requests. Please, before I go on, learn to say no. It is not a crime. It is is part of self growth. Learn to say no. Now, let's continue. Now, overshare personal information with others. I think I do this a lot. I used to do this a lot, but I learned the hard way. You might be seeking to please others for fear of rejection. Mm, that one is a lot of problem on its own. Now, a person with healthy boundaries, they understand that making their expectation clear helps in two ways. It establishes what behavior you will accept from other people, and it establishes what behavior other people can expect from you. If you have healthy boundaries, you might share personal information appropriately, not too much, not too little, with the right people. Now you can understand your personal needs and wants and know how to communicate them. You can you might value your own opinions more most times. Yes, more. You might accept when others tell you no. Please. It is literally okay to say no, and it's okay to accept a no. Do you understand? When people tell you no, you don't have to take it personal. You don't have to get angry when people tell you no. Now, many of us have a mix of boundaries depending on the situation. For example, you might have strict boundaries at work and more loose ones at home or with family and friends. There might even be different boundaries based on the person's culture. For example, some cultures find that sharing personal information is not appropriate at any time, while in other culture, sharing might be encouraged at all times. A problem shared is a problem half solved. Oh my god. I think I am leaving this place. But let's just I think I intentionally want to talk about boundaries in this self-growth thing so that you understand better to help. Now, there are types of boundaries. There are physical boundaries, sexual boundaries, intellectual boundaries. I jotted this down, so don't be surprised. Emotional boundaries, financial boundaries. I jotted down and I read. Now, whether you are at work or at home or hanging out with your friends, um, you need to understand the type of boundaries that goes along with these people. Now, physical boundaries, it literally refers to your personal space, your privacy, your body. You might be someone who is comfortable with public display of affection. We all know what public display of affection is: hug, kisses, hand holding, or you might be someone who prefers not to be touched in public. Ha! This not to be touched in public. I don't see. I think if I'm with around someone I really love, I might like to be touched in public, but not that much. I think mine is complicated in a way. Now, sexual boundaries. These are your expectation concerning intimacy. Sexual comments and touches might be uncomfortable for you. And I just wanted to say this, please, as my friend, and you are a girl, Ibu one, because did not touch me in a sexual way. I think I've never really let this out before, but I just tell a few of my friends because I know the friends I have do not do this. But if you are a friend and you're a girl, do not touch me in a sexual way. I am not comfortable with it. A lot of us are not comfortable. Some people might not just want to say it. I have really not said it out. Maybe because I do not have friends that do that. Please, if you always say, "But don't touch me in a sexual way," oh, I might I might knock your head. Now, down to intellectual boundaries. These boundaries concern your thoughts and beliefs, and they are not literally not respected when someone dismisses another person's idea and opinions. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about. Let me just hit on emotional boundaries. It's your personal feelings. You might not feel comfortable sharing your feelings about everything with a friend or partner. This is not to shade my friend, but my friend does not really feel comfortable sharing her feelings most times, and I literally respect that, and it has made me respect her boundaries. Mm? So she prefers sharing gradually over time, and it's totally okay with me. All I sometimes I think all I tell her is when you're going through a rough patch or a rough phase, there are a lot of us that are here for you. I am always here for you, that you can always lean on me. But lean on me no be press me down, but it's press me down for my friends. So financial, this one, we all know that this one is about money. If you like to save, not spend it on fashion, god I beg, my own is to spend it on food. You know, you might not want to lend money to a friend who does. uh, so you have healthy financial boundaries. Let them understand, not in a harsh way, in a polite way. When you like when you get ready to establish your boundaries, be sure to take each one into account. That's what thing I can say. Be sure to take it into account. Now, let's go back to tips to grow as a person. Now, the first one I talked about was identifying your personal values, where we talked about boundaries and all that. Now, practice daily gratitude. Yes, practice daily gratitude. It's a positive psychology method that help you find ways to be grateful for the experiences you've had in your life. One time I posted, I said, we are too occupied. We are just too occupied with the things God have not done. Um, Not realizing that He has even done more than, like, the ones He has done is even more than the ones He has not done. Practice daily gratitude. Thank God for your life. The stage you are in right now, you would not know, you were literally not in that stage 5 years ago. Now, um you can start a gratitude journal, or simply write down a couple of things you're grateful for each day in a planner or a notebook. I'll give you guys an example, or should I say, let me just tell you mine. In my notebook, my phone notebook, I have a gratitude list. So I thank God for each month, not like any month we are in. I thank God for whatever must have gone on that month, for my family. Let me just I think the conclusion is that I have a gratitude list. That's the conclusion. Now, number three is adopt a healthier lifestyle. I am also in this table. Oh, sorry, I am on this table. Eating a more balanced meal and exercising regularly can improve your mental and physical performance. So, and it can also boost your productivity during the day. I remember when I took it I took my health really personal. I told myself, I am going to mind what I eat. I am going to mind what I do. I am going to be intentional about um exercising, about my mental health and my physical look, how I look and all that. Um, I need to be healthy. I don't want to. I just want to be healthy. We all know that exercise releases, or they release feel good and endorphins. I am not a medical student, so pardon me. They release feel good endorphins, and they keep your muscles strong. For those of you that go to the gym, I commend you. I do my own exercise at home. If you already exercise regularly, try a new sport or activity. You know, You can stretch yourself, search for new exercise challenges such as strength training or signing up for a race. Um, if it involves running, it does not involve me. Duh. Now, meditation. Adding a 5 to 10 minutes meditation session into your day is easy and has many physical and mental health benefits. You get, but it can also promote personal growth. Many people do not really know this. Meditate, study your Bible, meditate too, read good books, mm? Get quality rest. Rest is a crucial part of your self care. And let me throw these tips out there for my girlies or whoever that is trying to lose weight. Getting a quality rest and sleep. No, let me put it. Getting a quality sleep is one of the greatest tips for weight loss. Mm-hmm. 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 Just in case you don't know that, know it now. Your body needs about 7 or more hours of sleep each day to fully recuperate from the busyness of your day. So that's why I think these days when I just get back from work, all I just want to do, I don't even want to see a movie. I don't want to chat. I just want to take my bath, eat, and sleep because I know my day starts really, really early the next day. Now, set short and long term goals. Do you understand? I think a lot of us set long term goals too much, or you set short term goals too much. Balance it, make it balance equation. Your growth may not be as static as you think. Sometimes you can't see how much you've grown without the help of goals, actually. Try to set 1 or 2 long term goals, then create the short term goals you will need to reach them. Tracking down your progress to see your growth can help you see how far you've actually come. So you might not be saying it, it doesn't mean it's not there. See, I don't know if I should make this. No, this one cannot even be the last one. This one, but it's very important. Be kind to yourself. My God, I remember specifically telling myself one time, Naomi, be kind to yourself. See, making mistake is a part of life. Instead of criticizing yourself for those mistakes, try to practice self-compassion. Consider giving yourself the same empathy and understanding that you give to others. Consider giving yourself those second chances you always give to your ex-boyfriends and your ex-girlfriends. Consider giving yourself that too. Do you understand? Ha. And please don't get me wrong. Self-compassion is not the same as self-pity. For those of you at the back that will say that Naomi said we should practice self-compassion, please, it's not the same as self-pity. I'm going to talk about self-pity, but it's not today. I don't even know why I'm talking in this podcast like I'm fighting someone. See, um, I'm just going to throw a little light. Example, self-pity will say, why is this happening to me? Hmm? Now, self-compassion says, these things happen. Ide shele. No be just me, they happen to. It happens. And the last one I'm going to talk about is embrace setbacks. See, setback gives you an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to try again. Remember that any type of growth or change comes with some discomforts. A setback can also make your success that much sweeter. So after realizing that you made a mistake, like a setback happened, if you want to come back you come back in full force. It's those ones that they used to say, fear my return. Because your return will be so loud. Ogadi, very, very, very loud. I just want to train a little more cheap. You can explore new activities. Try to learn some activities you can learn is learning new language, You can go on Duolingo or Rosetta Stone. I do Duolingo a lot. I am learning Spanish. I'm learning Italian and I'm learning Korean. And I say, if you ask me how far, I'll tell you, okay, I'm doing well because I'm learning new things. I like Korean language. Just so you know, in case you want to take me to Korea, I'm down for it, baby. Duolingo lets you learn languages on your daily commute while you're on your daily run. Okay. For those of you that want to start a podcast if you want to talk about how you feel, just like I'm talking about my own now. There's a podcast for almost everything. You can try a new podcast too. If you don't want to start, you can try a new podcast. Maybe learn to play an instrument. I don't know if I see myself playing an instrument, but learn to play an instrument. Hmm? Take a class on YouTube. YouTube is there. YouTube is a great start. Develop and feed your creativity. Read a book. You can read a book. Hmm? Be cool. Now, to end this, no, let's not end. Let me just talk about reading a book. So you can read a book on just about anything, exposing you to new ideas. Try a book on personal development. You can even read a novel on growth from your local library. Your iPhone is there. Read a book, download books. If you don't have money to buy hard copy, get soft copy. Just to round up this, I need you to understand that whatever change you attempt, remember that growth comes slowly. It comes slowly and can expand in all directions. I hope this really helps somebody out there. I'll have to stop here for today. Thank you for listening to our podcast. See you next time. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.